What's going on, guys? So I'm gonna be talking about how long we can expect to be on quarantine for. Now, a lot of states already opening back up. So of course, I know, a lot of the blue states, Democratic states are already reopening, and a lot of the red states, if you notice, the Republican states, they're in a more severe state of lockdown, and that's not a coincidence. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, how long is this going to keep happening? And the answer to that is, in the words of David Icke, the longer you conform and acquiesce to a system that's oppressing you, the more you're going to be oppressed. Some of you guys got bullied as a kid. So when you gave in to your bully, did that stop him from coming back? No, it didn't. So the only thing that is going to really break us out of this state of lockdown and raise the consciousness of the planet is if the human race as a collective finally realizes that they've been finessed for their whole life. So the fact of the matter is, a lot of people are just going to remain asleep, no matter what you say, no matter what evidence you present, because they've already been programmed so severely that they can't override what they were taught. So because they can't override what they've been taught, they ignore blatant facts and blatant warning signs. And then at the moment where it's too late, they'll be the ones running around with their head cut off, wondering what happened, wondering where all their rights went. But they're not understanding the slow and steady takeover that's happened. I can't be the only one who's thought this, but even in those bogus history classes, when you were at school and you're being taught history, you would never think like, damn, there was all this evil and corruption in the world. And then all of a sudden, the world's trying to front it to us like none of that. Like, where did it all go? If everyone's so progressive, if everyone is really on the same page, if everyone recognizes this is a threat. The corruption didn't go anywhere. It just became more hidden. It became less easy to find to the average person because people have stopped. They don't feel the need to research. They don't feel the need to look at alternative viewpoints. So the fact of the matter is, the reason why we've been on lockdown so much and why this coronavirus that clearly is not as big of a threat as some of the things that the government has idly sat by and perpetuated. The reason we're still on this lockdown is because people are showing that they're very compliant. They're very compliant. They're okay. Their jobs were stripped from them. They're still compliant. Not only that, but other parts of their lives are being interrupted. They're still compliant. They're showing a high level of compliance. And then as you start to lose your rights, you think complying to a system, you think the people at the top aren't realizing how compliant you are. So when they call out a second wave before it happens, they're the ones perpetuating it. It's not rockets. Like, I never thought any of this was rocket science, but it goes to show this is common sense stuff I bring up. But because people are so severely programmed, which reminds me, I'm going to do a video dedicated to social programming and the effect it has. People will go along with a system that is clearly ridiculous. Guys, has it ever occurred to some of you guys that when you wear a mask, you're inhaling a large portion of CO2. CO2 is meant to be exhaled. What happens? It gets stuck to the mask you're wearing and you're breathing in a lot more CO2. So that's not good for you. Common sense tells you wearing a mask all day is not good for you. You're not helping yourself by doing that. And guess what? 97% of genetic material is not stopped by that mask. So it effectively does nothing. And this is science. So you guys want to fight science and keep bringing up mainstream articles. The people in the mainstream are doing their best to control you. Because that's what it's about. It's always been about control, guys. So when it comes to this lockdown, my thing is this. We're going through a big shift right now. So a lot of people are not going to make the transition, and you're going to have some people that do make the transition. The transition is a mental transition. So if you have a hard time accepting that the world you've been living in to this point, something about it has been suspicious, something about it has been fabricated, it's been fake, you're not going to make the transition. And you're going to be one of those people running around with your head cut off when November gets closer and stuff really starts going down. Because if you think it's crazy now, you have no idea what's about to happen. They might say, a lot of us see a food shortage coming. It's not rocket science. If you guys have been paying attention, they've been burning down farms and literally blowing up resources that countries use to feed themselves. So you can already see stage 2, they already attacked your job. What is something else that's a necessity you need? The food. Duh. So when this happens, we don't want to hear any conspiracy crap, because we are the ones who've been trying to warn you guys and make you more alert. I have no agenda. I just want to help you out. So when you go against me, when I bring up something, you're really going against someone who has your best interest. So just mentally prepare yourself for what is about to happen, guys. It's your boy Dipsy. I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Peace out.